Your book has a lot of stories in it,
Yes.
and it has a lot of techniques and tools and ideas of things people can do to create their legacy now and leave that legacy. Share some of those with us, some of the things people can do.
Well, the legacy letter I just spoke about. Have you ever been to a funeral and said, boy, we should have got his story? Nobody got his story. We all let people go, and they have the stories go with them. So I teach a lot about getting those stories. So your story, then their story, and then I talk about how to create new legacies using your signature strengths and values. And here's some ways to do it. And anybody, if they're able to clarify their strengths and values, their talents and strengths and values, they can start creating little legacies right now, and they just need to be small to start. And then if you want to begin an international charity, fine, fill your boots, go crazy. If those skills and talents will take you there, do it. So it's really once defining who you are with your values, skills, and talents, and then your imagination is the limit. And the stories are kind of in the book are a catalyst for the new person's imagination to say, oh, well, if Jack did that, I could do this. So that's what I want the book to be. I want them once they put the book down, I want their brains stirring a little bit with what the possibilities are. And it's not work. It's not heavy. It's fun. It can
Hmm.
be a whole bunch of joy to do a small legacy and put it aside. And what I suggest too is have a little legacy journal and just write down and say today I wrote my legacy letter, or today I did this, and it connected me to new people. I'll tell you a quick little story about connection again.
Hmm.
Um, we live in a beautiful part of the world, and we go down the street. We have to turn right because there's a cliff and trees and everything. And we're kind of our house is sitting on the cliff, but we have to turn right. And to the municipality said, here's a great big orange cement thing to make sure you don't go straight over the cliff. In the summer though, it was ugly as heck because they let the weeds grow up, and it was an abomination. So I went out. I looked at it. One of my talents is gardening, so I went over there with my shovels and hose and stuff and started cleaning up this thing. Well, in 5 minutes, 10 neighbors were there. Connection. I'd never met any of them because they're from this side of the street. We cleaned it all up. I said, 20 bucks a piece, please. And then we all kind of laughed. They gave me 20 bucks. I went down and loaded it up with flowers. So for 4 years now, it's a botanical garden at that corner, not an ugly cement thing. And we call it Legacy Corner. And I said to them, and I looked them all in the eye, and I said, if I get hit by those water buffalo, will you guys make sure this goes on? Yeah, darn rights we will. We love it. So little tiny legacy. And that can happen in anybody's life. You just don't be afraid to do it.